Alright guys, we're picking up with the post-game DLC, or I guess like the post-game activities after we've beaten the campaign. Overall thoughts on the campaign, I'll kind of give that towards the end of the video, just because I don't think it'd be appropriate to talk about what I think about the campaign until after we do some of the post-campaign content, and then we also have to wait for the raid, but I'll give my thoughts on everything up until that point. We're back at the tower now, and let's get the rest of our special delivery items from yesterday. I know we came here briefly when we actually had an opportunity and the game wasn't breaking on us, but let's come back here and get the rest of everything. The campaign was good for the parts we got to play, but obviously the whole launch of the final shape is marred by their server instability. I wonder if people were potentially saying that it might have been a DDoS attack? Question mark? I don't know if I could go that far to give them the benefit of that doubt, but I mean, it would make a lot of sense if that was the case. But, I mean, if it wasn't a DDoS attack and they literally just didn't expect so many people to come in and play, I'm going to be really disappointed in them once again, because they must have known how many people were going to try to come in and play the final shape on launch. People take like days off of work and just like call in sick or whatever to come play this game when it first launches, and the fact that the majority, and anyone who might have even thought about doing that, got screwed. They got screwed so badly from that. I just find it hilarious. I'm gonna have to delete a ship in order to get this thing out of here, so and there we go. We already got some bounties. I should get more of those bigger bounties from Ada 1, but let's not do that.
Okay.
I know when we approached Raoul, he had something for us. Raoul's reward program. As you stroll throughout the tower, Raoul waves you over. Guardian, I've been meaning to thank you. The data we have been able to recover over these years has been invaluable to rebuilding the archives, and I know you have a lot of options for cryptarchs here in the tower, and I hope you know that the loyalty has not gone unnoticed. We've never seen another cryptarch here, but before you ask about them, he barrels onwards. I know words without actions are only so much bluster, but I have something special for you. Reaching into his pocket, I've been working on this new technique for focusing the results of exotic engrams. Now, I wouldn't do this just for anyone who asks, but for a loyal client like yourself. Just a small, battered card, handing it over to with a flourish. Wrinkled stamp card with Earl's face. It reads, "Welcome to the Engrams Insiders Club. Focusing valuable gear will earn you amazing prizes." Oh, it's like a rewards punch program.
Decryption can break your heart sometimes.
Interesting. He gave us a rewards program thing, but I don't know where it might have gone.
Yes. I like this tea. Gonna need someone to shut off the power.
Strange coins.
I must admit, Guardian, I'm very curious to see what you've got for me to crack open.
Strange coins are coming back as a thing with Zur. Interesting. God, this Pathfinder blinking thing won't go away until after I go to it. Open the director, navigate to the Vanguard screen to learn more. Vanguard. Pathfinder access. The goal of Pathfinder is to form a path of connection. Objectives from left to right, claim it, engram rewards. Any Pathfinder objective can be progressed at any time, but may only be claimed when the connection path is done. Alright, dismiss.
My sister told me there's some kind of shard from the Traveler out in Europe. How did it get all the way out there?
Do we want... let's do the post-campaign stuff first. I was gonna say, let's not do any of that extra stuff from the war table quite yet. We'll probably wait until after we've at least touched most of the stuff from here. We're going to try out this new Gifted Conviction chest piece. Improves Ascension and Tempest Strike. Basically allows us to gain damage resistance every time we jolt a target. So we're going to use Thunderlord and Indebted Kindness for something like that. Seasonal challenges, complete transmigration. You want to listen to a radio message?
My God. My friend. You. What a strange world we found ourselves in. Pale-hearted self. I knew I'd see it someday, but not as its savior. Well, a savior among saviors. Your Mara was as formidable as ever. I'm impressed she was able to stabilize the Witness's portal long enough for your allies to slip through. Including myself. I don't believe I was invited. Forgive me, but we have a common cause. Besides, would you really turn me away at your time of need? Our relationship is conditional. Transactional. I understand that. It couldn't be anything else. My Lucent Hive will still come after you. Make you sharp, as my sister would say. Consider it an act of love. Now, do what you do best. And when you need me, I'll be there. But after this, I don't owe you a thing.
Interesting. She has offered her assistance in fighting against a witness. After they're beaten, it's business as usual. And I was like, yep, you're right. Let's go check out the Lucent Hive then. It would have been nice to see if like some of the Lucent Hive were to join our cause, and then some of them would also still be fighting us. I find it very strange that they haven't shown their face to help us. Only one Lucent Wizard has actually been there to help us.
Guardian, be alert. I sense Lucent Hive swarming to your location. Too many to just be from Luzaku's brood.
Are they coming to help?
That is unlikely.
Then let's see if we can find out what they're up to.
There's a lot of Death Sinker
I think
totems
Mara's
out
right.
here.
The Lucent Hive are setting up to attack the tower. We need to get down there.
Heads up. I've spotted some Lucent Hive crossing the mountain. It looks like they're on the move, same direction we are.
Mara spotted them too. Headed to the tower. You and Cade be careful out there.
See if you can intercept them, Guardian. The last thing we need is Hive light bearers catching us in a pincer.
Oh, redirect the sword to break the... I think we got a guard to break all these seals. Now we can hurt you. Ow. Okay, so guarding... We're here to earn the exotic sword Ergo Sum. And Savathun has promised us her personal help. But for the rest of her Lucent Brood, it'll be very difficult for them to help us out. runes to overload somewhere.
Isn't that the prevailing style, my sweet flappable friend? At least it's my style.
What the hell do you think you're doing? The entire universe is at stake. Why are your people attacking us?
Why indeed? Maybe you should ponder that little riddle a bit more. Let it roll around in your pretty little skulls. There's more than existence at stake within the Traveler. I'm sure you've so many guesses as to what my motives could be.
He does have a good point, though, that they're attacking us when we all should be working together. Although Savathun made a small little joke about it, being like, I'm just here to keep you sharp, to make sure that you guys are really ready to fight against the Witness. And I'm like, I guess? I don't know if this is the best use of your time, though. Maybe she doesn't speak for her whole brood, but I find that extremely odd. I can't remember the last time I used Strand on a Lucent hunter.
You God, brimming with light and dark, like an overflowing teacup. Not so long ago, some would have called that heretical.
That's enough. We're trying to heal the Traveler. If we lose, so do you.
If my little army is enough to stop you from winning your fight, do you really think you have a chance against something like the Black Fleet?
You think you're helping us?
Oh, I've always been helping us. But I'll admit, this little contingency is a tad more selfish than I've let on. Don't worry. We're almost done.
We don't have time for your games.
Oh, that's all this is, Crow. A game of moving pieces and pretty shapes. But I'm looking beyond this one. Setting the pieces for the next with great anticipation.
It looks like when I jolt targets with something like Indebted Kindness, I don't get damage resistance. It looks like I only get the damage resistance when I activate Ascension, and I jolt targets with it, which... Sure.
Welcome to the end, Guardian. Show me how you're going to start.
Oh, that's not a clone of her. That's literally her. Oh. Oh man, I literally just cast a Transcendence and she hit me with Sword Trance. She ran away. Oh, she's over there. I wonder if I can redirect her power back at that. Void damage down. Oh, I still need a little bit more void damage on the far left. Oh, we missed.
Not bad, but not good enough. Not yet, anyway. I'll be watching.
Lucent Hive are falling back from the tower, regrouping. Savathun's brood are going to dig into the Traveler like ticks. We can't fight two wars at once, not in our state.
Leave the Witch Queen to me. I have a suspicion about what game she's at, and we can't let it distract us.
But... you're sure you've got this?
The Guardian and I can dispense with Savathun's brood. Right now, the Vanguard needs you.
If anything changes, you know I'm here.
I know.
Alright, well, I mean, yeah, Mara can handle Savathun with whatever is happening with her. I'm not sure, yeah, like, if you lose, we lose. Like, you know she's playing at some sort of game, right? Right, question mark? So, my immediate assumption is that she's... I don't know. I mean, I have a theory that maybe she's trying to prove to Xivu or Wrath that the light is worth falling in for, and she's, like, making us do, like, this sword logic stuff with it. I don't know. Mika's Conduits, Lost Ghost Analytics?
Look at you, walking tall. Nice to meet you. I'm Micah 10 of the Six Coyotes. I'm used to ranging far and wide, but this, whole new frontier, huh? Feels right to be where we are, though. You might know I shepherd on partner ghosts looking for guardians. I came to the Pale Heart following some of my flock who felt called here. Now, some of them have gone missing. This is a dangerous place in its current state. The witness has done a real number on it. My friend Lee swears up and down the Traveler's hurt, that we've got to help it. It's not such a surprising conclusion to come to when you look at it. My charges were pretty twisted up about it last I saw them. They want to heal the Traveler too, but a ghost isn't meant to be alone. So here's my ask. You help me track down the ghosts who haven't come back. We solve whatever trouble they've gotten into. And then, if we are very good and a little lucky, maybe we help the Traveler while we're out there. This war has gone on so long. And despite all the battles we've won, we've never been so close to losing everything. If there's any chance this can help the Traveler, I need your help, Guardian.
Oh, okay. The console has been hastily but cleverly routed for communications. When you approach, it flickers to life. Micah 10 tells you about her mission to find unpartied ghosts. They returned to help the Traveler as soon as they could, but the witness's infection caused chaos. They need help. The console's interface shows an area of the Pale Heart where Micah has marked. She says that she's received telemetry from her ghosts in the area, but it has been damaged. The signal is unclear, and you'll need to search to find it. She also says that some of the ghosts have helped scout safe zones within the Pale Heart. You should be able to use them as LZs to travel more efficiently. Nice. Explore the areas to find the missing and possibly injured ghosts. The final days. Check back later. Micah 10 is gathering further information telemetry. I'm still trying to track down a lead on the unpartnered ghost. Check back with me as soon as you can. Interesting. And then we have talk to Kate 6 in the last city now. My theory about the Traveler sucking up a Golden Age city and holding it in here the entire time is also proved to be nothing. It would have been cool if that was the case. Where's my boy? He's back here. Hi, Cade.
Well, now.
When you approach, he motions you and leans in close. His voice is too loud. Is a too loud whisper. I see you got my coded message. It was just a regular message. Listen, I've heard a thing or two about a big threat. I'm talking top priority code red wandering around the Pale Heart. We can call in the big guns for this one. Gotta keep it quiet. So how about me, and Crow go track him down and take it out. Quiet, remember. Alright, nothing suspicious about this at all. Investigate an unknown threat to Cade and Crow. Complete the mission wild card. This feels like he's gonna test him to see if he's really ready to take on the Hunter Vanguard role. He's like, hey, I'm not dead, and supposedly this guy's gonna be the Hunter Vanguard? Alright. Ghost is something that wants to talk to you about. Go to the ledge of the old tower in the city and speak with him. Let's focus on Ergo Sum first, and then we'll try the still hunt after. Standing at the ledge of the tower, you bring a ghost out. He hovers in front of you, light blinking. Guardian, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I know I haven't been very enthusiastic about using darkness in the past, but at this point, we kind of ignore something that can help. I've been tracking leads on potential sources of power, both light and dark. I still think we should be careful, but I think it's what the Traveler wants. Lost in the light and found in the dark. Work with your allies to explore possible synergies between light and darkness. Oh, dark prismatic grenade and light prismatic grenade. Find a manifestation of darkness in the cave into seclusion. So this is more transcendent stuff. Okay, so let's see. Quests acquired, lost in light, found in dark. Let's track this one then. Let's do again. We'll do still hunt afterwards, but I want to focus on this. Match made, overthrow the blooming. There's a lot of stuff on the map right now. Let's mark this one. I don't think Ghost has bounties for us to collect, do you? No, you don't have bounties. What is this? Queen's Part 1? Oh, that's the same thing we just finished. We can just jump up here, right? Wild card. We'll look into it afterwards. I want to do the wild card. I'm assuming that's nothing super important. If I had to guess, that's going to be like Cade testing Crow to see if he's really ready to be the new Hunter Vanguard. Because he did technically kill him, and like I was dead for a long time, and you're coming back to life, so maybe...
I'm picking up a spike in enemy activity. They're rerouting to your location.
Open the directory and navigate to the Pale Heart to learn more. This Pathfinder thing came up again. Pathfinder contains 20 objectives spread across 5 tiers. The goal is to form a path of connection from left to right and claim an engram reward while on the Pale Heart. Config commands with stasis weapon. Defeat taken combatants? I don't know, that's pretty easy. Oh, there's just a chest right here. Oh, we just found a Felheart engram out of that. Nice. Refraction. We're here for some more Transcendence progress.
Behold, sister, the lie that makes itself true, an Ahamkara.
Do you know what power you hold within your hands?
I know it with my very soul. This is the way we safeguard our people.
You gave chase to my words without hesitation. I hoped you might at least refuse.
Never. Tell me you are pleased.
I am, Aldrin, but more for your return than for a gift I never thought possible.
I voyaged worlds for you, Mara. I brought you a wish dragon. Are you not proud of your brother?
Mostly I missed him.
Ah, this is when he first brought Riven to the city. Lost in Light, uncover House Salvation's operations in the Blooming. Light Prismatic reward. No, this is part of the quest, so we have to do this too. So we got the magnetic grenade, thankfully. Now we're gonna do this. This is part of the Ergo Sum quest line, just to do other quests for Prismatic.
Guardian, we received a report from Crow that House Salvation are converging on the Cradle.
House Salvation is fractured. The devoted here cannot be swayed from the Witness's command.
Mithrax, I can hear the Traveler calling out in pain. Whatever House Salvation is doing, it ends now.
My boy Mithrax is here, and he's talking. He's like, yeah, I'm here to help now. House Salvation isn't going to be swayed, so if they can't be swayed, time to take them down.
Guardian, a mobile data center lies ahead. It appears to be shielded with a power source near your location. Dismantle their defenses, and I will splice into House Salvation's communications. Together, we will reveal House Salvation's intentions.
Erebus is not here, is she? Where? I wonder where she is. She's the only, like, lieutenant of House Salvation that still is around. Oh, so never mind. Jolting targets does give us resist here. Screw it. Oh, they just ran away.
This is not what I expected. House Salvation are trying to tap into the root of paracausal power here.
The tree.
According to their data, the tree regulates paracausal energy flowing through it, both light and dark.
It appears they're mapping that flow through the Traveler, looking for vulnerable points.
I've got a copy of the data. Let's move.
Mithrax has like a health bar around his little icon. I hope that doesn't mean like he's taking damage. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to map paracausal power and they're trying to tap into it, so they want to make themselves like guardians too. This is like their reward for helping the Witness. Let me tap into that power and become a guardian finally. Oh! What the hell?
Mithrax, if I'm reading this data correctly, it looks like we need to get below the tree to its root system.
Our salvation has erected barriers preventing entry, but their power sources are remote. This technology... It is a hybrid of Elixni and Pyramid design. It carries no spirit, like Scorncraft. It can be disabled, but the interface is unfamiliar to me. The splice will require time.
Just tell us where it is, my boy, and we'll go and get it.
These machines operate by harvesting paracausal energy. Some utilize light, others darkness.
We've seen tech like this before. It's only ever designed to handle one polarity of paracausal energy. Harvest their energy and force it into the machines.
Take this one. So we're taking the Stark Note and dunking it over here. And they're running away. House Salvation's probably just helping the witnesses now, because now that they're inside the Traveler, now they're probably like, our prize we want is to be able to commune with the light once again. They just want the power back.
I know this Elixni. It's not possible.
Mithrax?
By your light, bring them to justice, Guardian.
Same thing from before.
was that?
A shadow of my shameful life.
One of his old pirate mates.
Stretching out from the past to chase me.
Don't let it rattle you. We've restored the tree's energy flow and kept it out of the enemy's hands. But we can't leave an enemy operative unaccounted for.
Agreed. I propose my House Salvation contacts work alongside your agents. We will hunt this foe together. Elixni, like that captain, have forgotten themselves. After millennia adrift, abandoned, they step within the great machine and choose to despoil this sacred place in service to the one who caused the whirlwind. They must be brought to justice.
Probably one of his old pirate mates. Yeah, like you said before, it's just like for something on Elixni just to be like, yeah, return to the cave and the refraction and commune with the light synergized. It's probably one of his old pirate mates from like Season of the Plunder. Man, we haven't had callbacks to that kind of season in forever. It's the last callback we had was like Aramis and Mithrax showing up during Season of Defiance. Here we go, another prismatic chest. Gunpowder Gamble, yay! I like Gunpowder Gamble. What can we get rid of? Winter Shroud, yeah. And then Ascension. Magnetic Grenades. We have like light aspects. Maybe we should have like dark abilities. What else is left? Lost in Light is still not done. Launch the Hallow Part 2, travel to Europa and eliminate the Wrathborn threat. Oh wow, it's gonna have us. They're having us do a lot of stuff for Mithrax actually right now. Sweet. I mean, sure. We're doing a lot of stuff with Mithrax as far as helping him bring like this Elixni to justice. This is his part of like the two-part post-campaign mission. The other darkness part is probably gonna be with Keitel. There he is, my boy Mithrax. My bug boy.
Guardian, my Hidden have turned up some information on the captain who fled the tree. His name is Cora. He was Aramis's right hand until we retook Seraph Station. After our last meeting, my agents tracked him to Europa. They're rallying a counterattack to retake the tree. We can't risk a setback at this stage in our operation.
Cora does not deserve the rank of captain. Let us do what I should have done long ago.
Long ago? We're with you, Mithrax. Hopefully we can stop him before he draws any more Elixni into this fight.
Controlling vision? Oh, it's a dead orbit sidearm. Cool. Let's try some other guns too. Fallen Guillotine. Conditional Finality, and Trusty. Wither just jumped up here. Oh, Mithrax was able to kill him. Cool.
ghosts of Reese Reborn can be intoxicating.
That's what the Witness's philosophy does. It takes hope and twists it into a lie.
Oh, maybe they also promised them their homeworld again. Even he's like, all this suffering just for a chance to see our home planet reborn. I like how he's already up here somehow.
Guardian, I can disable those shields, but I need you to have access to the Shank's remote control.
Oh, he just swiped at it and it blew up. Nice. He's pretty strong for a fallen. I was kind of hoping over time he'd get bigger, but I guess not. Oh. Boy, Mithrax is already kind of tall when he stands up all the way.
Mithrax, this seems personal.
Yes. When I plundered with the old crews, my mother was captain. As command passed to me, she remained a specter of power. Violence aged me. And I cut ties with that life. With her. Silent years passed before I learned of a sobering truth. She was long dead. Killed by Cora of the House of Winter. For him, I will redraw my blade.
Aw, he killed Mithrax's dead mom. When the whole pirate captain mom. Oh man, that, yeah, I mean, it's kind of personal. All right, we'll help. He's like, I haven't drawn my pirate blade for nobody in a long time, but for him, I'll do it. Like, okay. Oh, dang, I just threw that off the edge. I think that is a health bar. That little red circle around their name. Mithras can teleport like any normal passenger. That's kind of cool. Self-explanatory so far. Ow. I wonder if we should just go Ascension. Screw it. That's kind of cool. The Weavers can actually pull Mithrax to them too. He's actually pretty lethal. He actually takes down some of the Fallen pretty fast, too. His little shock rifle.
I am not proud of that time, Guardians. I have tried to move beyond it, but it seems our pasts are restless beasts.
I've locked away pieces of my past as well. To protect myself and others. Use is chaotic, but if we command that energy, mold it into something better, like you and I've done in the city.
Yes, like we will continue to do in the future.
But for now, I think we can manage a few secrets from the past.
Yay, the Shang made it. We're just guarding this Shang. It moves so slowly. We have Gunpowder Gamble ready. We have most of Transcendence there.
Laura, I am Mithrax, son of Enax, and I am your end.
Yeah, Mithrax is like, you're not gonna say anything? Like, nah. I like how the bad guys are like. It would be cool if the bad guys did have some banter back and forth with Mithrax and Mithrax and the bad guy, because yeah, Korax is like, we don't really get a lot of dialogue between like our allies and our enemies. Yeah, let Mithrax do it. Yeah. What the hell? House of Light. Oh, House of Light Brig.
There wasn't much of Korra left in there. Looked more like one of the witnesses' hollowed out vessels.
I wanted him to know that Mithrax delivered judgment upon Korra. Now, at least, it is done. Rest, Spirit of Enox. Your son has avenged you.
Just House
Put
of...
your mind at ease, Kell of Light. You can celebrate this victory. Thank you for sharing her story.
Many in her salvation still require our aid. And I could... This brush with my youth brings my daughter to mind. Her hopes, her ambitions. There are many who would prey upon them. Many who would twist her kindness.
She'll find her path, just like we have. Because she has you to guide her.
I hope you will guide her as well. She holds the great Ikora Ray in the highest respect.
You have my word.
This is House of Light Brig, but there's a House Salvation logo on the front of it, sure. Hub on Earth manifestation, return to the cave in the refraction. Oh, I'm glad we were able to help out Mithrax. I mean, we haven't had a lot of opportunity to chill with our fellow... What is our collective called? Isn't it like the... I don't even know, but like it's been a long time since we've seen or heard or helped Mithrax out with anything. We're back here again. Let's grab this first. There's lights. Shadow Shot, Deadfall, yay! And story?
Devotion to my potential. I don't know what you think that potential is, or why you left me this.
What do you see when you hold that weapon in your hands?
Lessons. stained into the blade.
Wrong. You're spending too much time looking at blemishes. Devote yourself to them, and you miss the edge's sharpness, the sturdiness of the haft. All things have potential, if they are properly cared for. If not, they rust, they chip, and eventually, they shatter. People are no different. I was in command. There was an alliance to protect, and you were chipping away at yourself. You were a new light with a future. It was my responsibility to care for you. Now, it's time you figured out what that future is.
I'm not gonna lie, Crow, when you wielded the Iron Banner axe and used it to chop the hand of the witness, that was pretty badass, dude. It was like, I don't know why you left it to me, because it looks awesome, man. That's why you left it for you, because it looks awesome. I'm like, I'm super jealous, too, that you got something like that. Hell yeah, man. I wish I could have something like that. What is this? Alright, so we're here now. So the next part of our quest brings us... I don't think it brings us that far. Trying to see where or what is left to do now. Let's teleport to another Blooming's landing zone. Because that's Mithrak's part of the story, which I appreciate. Found in the dark.
We have multiple enemies inbound to your position, Guardian.
Found in darkness. Is that this? Oh, it is this. Okay. I mean, it's been a long time since we've done anything, used anything outside of this. So yeah, let's use Deadfall. Ooh, threaded spike. We got threaded spike, and then we can have dust-filled grenade. Sure.
On the eve before battle, we once carved messages on the inside of the ornamentation we wore upon our tusks. Last words, you might say. Bodies were left to rot where they fell, but these bands were returned to the families of the dead and passed down across generations. I will wear my ancestors for this Operation Ahamkara.
No. I need you here in the city. You and Saladin must ring it with your spears. In all my years, I have faced certain death countless times, and yet never have I felt closer to it than in this moment.
Unlike my ancestors, your people count on a triumphant return.
Empress, I don't think I returned from this mission.
Is it that you expect not to return? Or perhaps, Commander, is it that you hope not to?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, that was always a thing too. I think he kind of hoped that he wasn't gonna return. Oh man, that is so. That is kind of like a bummer because like even Kaido was like, "Do you expect not to return, or you just hope that you don't return?" Gotta reply to the missus. If I don't, she'll wonder what happened to me. Alright, what are we doing? Okay, find the Scion Sentinel. Okay, so we're here with Kaido.
The Shadow Legion is on the move. Crow reports they're transporting heavy equipment across the Pale Heart, but we don't know to what end. Your metal is needed, Guardian. Find my father's traitor legion and leave them in ruin. Tales of your tenacity never match seeing your battle prowess firsthand. It is why my legions watch your crucible. But at this time, I am reminded of stories of not only guardians, but the lightless, rallying in defense of their homes in the face of insurmountable odds.
Right?
To strike down an invasion, to free the traveler, to break the witness.
She's still trying to remind Zavala, like, yeah, you don't have light anymore, but you're like, it didn't stop your civilians from fighting to the death when the Red Legion showed up, and it's gonna be no different when the Witness is here too. Yeah, because Zavala doesn't have his light anymore. We can teach him to use Strand and Stasis, like Osiris.
This terrain, like a wasteland flattened by battle. I see the cratered ruin of my homeworld in this place. When the Hive invaded, Zebu Arath's steps imprinted death into the streets of every city. But even against the coming Armageddon, we persevere. My armada rose from those flames, as did our coalition.
Oh, they call it the Coalition, right?
The Guardian has the task well in hand. You can finish without me. I would hear your counsel. Stay. Revel in the destruction of your enemies. Your voice pairs well against the gunfire.
Ooh, she's got...
My voice. I'm not in the mood to entertain, Empress. When you call Osiris from his studies, or Eris, Ikora, the Guardian, even myself, we all attend these operations, despite our mood. You're trying to strong-arm me. I'm succeeding.
Hey, they were like a shipping at some point too, and that we haven't had a long. It's been a really long time since we've had like Kaido and Zavala on the comms talking to one another. It's funny because it's like I'm succeeding. Like she's trying to get him out of his bad mood from losing the light. Because I'm sure he feels sorry for himself for losing Tarj. Blow this up. when you call us to come and attend your meetings, we all show up no matter what, despite our moods. It's like, get over, like, yes, she's not telling him to get over it, but she is, like, trying to get him to see the bright side of, like, even if you're lightless and you lost your friend, like, hey, it's not over.
The Shadow Legion has set up an extractor. They're trying to harvest the light from the Traveler.
You've got this. The shield. Destroy it, Guardian. Alone. I will not stand aside and watch as my father's poisonous legacy defiles this place.
Hey!
I will fight to my last breath.
Ascended guards? Kyle! She's here too! Yay! This commander's beefy, I think that's why. Walked into the tether, you idiot! This is so cool to have so many of the Cabal fighting with us. And they immediately teleported back up there.
May they burn forever in fires of their own making. We're not done yet. Crows intercepted Shadow Legion chatter to and from this outfit. This is a widespread operation. Then we will find them all and break them, one by one. Together. Empress, you should take the lead on this. No. You are Vanguard Commander. You will lead, and all of Sol will follow.
It's like, you should take the point on this one. Like, no. You're still the Vanguard Commander. And, like, if you lead, all of Sol will follow you to literally the bowels of hell. I like that. She's trying to bring him out of his stupor. And again, they're shipping from, they shipped them together way back in the day. So it's kind of funny that she's still there trying to help him. Now that when he needs help more than ever, he needs good friends. Another prismatic, synergizing darkness. Threaded Spectre, finally Threaded Spectre. Wondering what we can get. Ascension's really good. Gunpowder Gamble's fun too. Dang. Man, I really wish we could have a third aspect, actually. Ascension goes with the exotic we're wearing. Gunpowder Gamble, I mean, we kind of already don't need it. Yeah. Ooh.
We're done.
We're done here when I say we're done here. How dare you dismiss my command like that?
That was not a command. It was vengeance, pure and simple, and you know it. You're better than that.
Call it what it is. At least I have the spine to take action. Meanwhile, you sit back here at your pathetic war table, sulking.
I'm grieving our fight.
And I'm grieving our friend, Zavala. His killer walks free, and you're too high and mighty to give the order yourself. So you sit back and let the Guardian do your dirty work for you.
Oh.
You disgust me.
Dang. Wow, she really said that to him right in his face right after Cade died. Wow. Okay. I was like, dang, man. Really just went off on him back then when he was dead. You disgust me. I'm like, wow. Okay. Alright, Zavala, maybe you had the right idea of staying out of her way.
Our intel suggests that the Shadow Legion have set up their light harvesting operation in the mountains, using the storm as cover.
We will flush these cowards out of hiding and trample them beneath our boots.
Oh god, we're gonna freeze to death. They have like little heating lamps all over this mountain because we're gonna freeze to death. We weren't gonna freeze to death before we came through here. Is it just colder now? I think if I try jumping down, it's gonna just kill me. Title!
At your side, Guardian. We fight together.
Title, withdraw. That area is too dangerous. Let the Guardian handle it.
Or you could join me, Commander.
It's like, yeah, she only has one life to fight with too, but I mean, she's still fighting. Although they are fighting over here by the Warmeres, so...
Excellent work, Guardian.
Empress, there's no need for this recklessness.
Recklessness requires impulsivity, but I am in full control of this battlefield, Zavala. Without fear, without hesitation, as you should be.
I mean, she's the one lecturing him on recklessness when he was the one being reckless initially. Now he's like, you don't have to be so reckless with this. Like, you should let the Guardian handle it. Like, what? No way. Got this. I didn't think I was going to make that jump, but I forgot I have Ascension. Ah, they missed. They punched me right as I ran with it. Yeah, I was able to change my trajectory. Haha.
Keitel, I'm not afraid of the battlefield because I'm lightless. I'm not afraid to die.
I know that. Commander Zavala has never feared death. I wished to see life on your face again. This tower attitude doesn't suit you. I'd rather you be wielding your rage in a shimmering fist.
We might get that wish.
It's like, yeah, I know. Like, I know you're not afraid to die. It's like, I just want you to start. I just want you to wield your rage like, like a weapon, man. Like, let them know how much of a mistake it was for them to take your ghost from you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Guardian, that platform must be brought down. Go!
Ah, come on. killed myself. Now we can take down the tank. You know what? I might have to switch to Whisper here, actually. Ow. Oh wow, we spawned all the way back here for some reason.
Zavala, this tiny house. Is this
a memory of a time long past? A family. Simpler, smaller times.
You dwelled here? I see. My homes were palaces, vast and cold. Nothing so inviting as this. Your memory honors them.
I failed them. My family. Like I failed Taj.
No. Steel your mind against these old wounds. We are so much more than the scars of our failures, Zavala.
Did Eris tell you that?
No, small man. You did. They chose to face insurmountable odds in defense of those they loved. And when we are finished, we will celebrate them together in ways that will shame and awe our ancestors.
She's like, just come on, man. Like, yeah, I get it. I think she finally got through to Zavala. He's like, the heirs tell you to tell me that. I was like, no, dude, you told me to tell you that. Back when I was suffering through the same things with, like, my failures of my past, or, like, the season of the Season of the Haunted. Man, it's been a really long time since we've heard from Keitel. Season of the Haunted is like the last time I can remember hearing her voice and her talking. Silk Strike. Finally. Ooh.
Bring him back. Bring him back. I can't. Take my life. You know I can't. Would you bring him back if you could? Find a way, Taj. Please. Bring back my son.
Oh. Poor Zavala, man. I don't think we have to travel all the way back to where we were before. I think we can just go back to the landing. Yeah. Man, he was... Yeah, he's going through a lot of stuff right now, too. Like, we're doing, like, the Season of the Haunted storyline for him all over again. Except it's worse now because Nate doesn't have his ghost anymore. Investigate spikes and take energy into refractions. Alright. Queens, Part 2. Why is it so bright
It was
here?
only a matter of time before Savathun showed herself. She is not capable of letting this moment pass without placing a claw on the scales. For now, she has exactly what she wants. Uncertainty. We will take that from her. Track down her brood and pull back the veil from her plans.
Back to try to figure out what Savathun's doing.
Marasav, so eager to spar with gods at the drop of a hat. Aren't you tired of losing to me?
I seem to recall your logic rebuked. Your ghost being imprisoned by the Vanguard. That tastes of anything but loss.
The sword logic was always targeted. But your bomb logic also went down in flames. Quite spectacularly, if I do say so myself. Two queens. Failed by ideology. We adapt or die. And it's a new age. Isn't that right, Your Majesty? Do you see it yet? The end of our little game. Buried between memory and material.
Between dark and light. What trinket from the past holds your attention so?
Not a trinket. A perspective. The knowledge of angles, of edges, and the points at which they end. A convincing argument from Sister Superior, you could say.
Savathun's here looking for some sort of small trinket or something from her past.
Those taken. I need you to focus your efforts on destroying them and releasing their energy. As much of it as you can. Placed a finger on the scales. The darkness inside of you is surging, like standing on the threshold of being taken. You see how they see. Savathun's plan was never about hiding anything, but revelation. Look for what is out of place, and bend it back. I cannot hold it any longer.
I feel the Tremor's pain too, you know. Without me, the witness would have swept Saul away a long time ago.
How noble of you. I am sure your intentions were pure, with no ulterior motive.
Play an unwinnable game, meant to extend on forever. And I've shown you how to change the rules time and time again, without even a thank you.
There will be a day when you've run out your usefulness, witch. When you will have no greater scheme to protect you from our wrath. We must know what is happening here. Guardian, destroy the Taken. I require their power. Reveal what lies here. I will hold as long as I am able.
Wait. I feel light. But it's out of phase. A light fissure. But it exists in an entirely different state of matter than we can normally perceive.
But the Taken can.
Ah, you figured it out. Just in time. Here they come now.
This one comes to your aid, Guardian. You need not fight alone.
Nice. So she's actually here to help us fight.
fissures of light all across the Pale Heart that exist out of phase with the material world, ones brimming with potential. Now that I know how to find them, I should be able to help the Traveler.
Then we're both getting what we want. How nice when light bearers find mutually beneficial outcomes. You're welcome. And thank you for not interfering as much as you could have.
Words spoken on borrowed time. You only live because a threat more pressing overshadows you.
Oh, there's no need to flatter me. You can save your love for later when all of this comes back around.
If you're so interested in helping, call off the Lucent Brood. Help us fight the Traveler's enemies.
Guardians, always wanting more. Don't look a tithing thrall in the maw, little ghost.
She's like, I'm already doing as much as I can to help you guys out anyways. You guys should just be thankful that I did this much for you. You can keep fighting my Lucent Brood, it's no big deal. But I guess she was trying to show us that there are, like, taken fissures all over the Pale Heart that we could use to, like, heal the Traveler. Nice, and then we're back here again. Talk to your ghost. Guardian, I think we're in completely new territory. Light and darkness are powerful but unbalanced. We need to unify them into a coherent force or they'll tear us apart. The dynamic prism resonance leading us to unify light and darkness. Energy weapon. Use the dynamic prism to access new landing zones and claim your destiny. It said it was an energy weapon. What? Destined heroes. Final step for this part of the quest, right? There are a bunch of dead ghosts around here. Oh, a sword. Make your fate.
We stand together on the precipice of annihilation. All our battles and all our losses have led to this moment. One final battle against the architect of the collapse. One last step together into the end.
In spite of all the power the Witness has, we stand undefeated. We have endured endless tragedies, endless losses. But we come back fighting. Today is no different.
Just a god of darkness. We got this, right?
Together, we do.
Yay, hope. I don't think I see this right. This is a sword in my energy slot. Oh boy. What? It's an energy sword in my... It's a sword in my energy slot. I made a joke about this, I think, last season, but man, I really want, like, a heavy... I want a sword in, like, my energy slot. And then they're like, nah, it wouldn't work right. But I got a sword. It's a special ammo sword. Transcendent Duelist. This weapon collects less ammo. Final blows with this weapon accelerate light and darkness mastery. Deals increased damage while transcendent. Defeating targets lengthens transcendence. Silent, silent, silent. Ergo Sum. It's a lightweight frame sword, fast movement. Power. It has Sacred Flame. Powered heavy attacks mark nearby targets, causing them to explode upon death. Striking Mark targets with a light attack detonates them. Isn't that what? Isn't that the exotic? I think this is a randomly rolled exotic. Yes, like Sacred Flame is Tiku Divination's thing. Nice. Okay, so this weapon you can farm for. Bueno, bueno, that looks really cool. I always wanted a special ammo sword, and we finally got one. I wanted like a special ammo like dagger or whatever. Like melee weapons in the special and kinetic ammo slot, but I guess this is going to be the closest thing we get for the time being. I need something to hit. I need to stab somebody. I want to see what this thing does. Thank you, my good sir. I don't know if you noticed this, but my sword is generating ammo as we just hold it. Nice. I mean, it's a cool sword. It's a lightweight frame sword, or at least this version of it is a lightweight frame sword. Ergo Sum. Ammo capacity 43. Oh boy. Powered heavy attacks mark nearby targets and causing them to explode upon death. Striking marked targets with light attacks detonates them. So you want to hit them with a bunch of light attacks and hit them with a powered attack if you really want to. It's a cool looking sword. I like the... kind of gives us the vibes of like the old powered swords from D1. The hilt is a ghost shell. And there's some sort of ornament we can't see. There's some crazy lore behind this too. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Collections, if we can go to the collections tab. And it's an energy exotic for us. The exotic is not even in collections yet because it doesn't make sense because it could, I guess it can appear in a bunch of different spots. It has an ornament, but we can't really see what that ornament is. All right. That was a really cool quest. We got to spend some more time with Mithrax. We got to spend some more time with Keitel and Zavala. Keitel's helping bring Zavala out of his, brooding moments. And this sword represents, like, our hope to try to defeat the Witness. It'd be kind of cool if there was an encounter during the raid where you are forced to use swords, or there's, like, something like Rolk where you're, like, the Witness, like, comes down, and you can just beat on it with swords. That would be really cool if that was a thing that could happen. It's a cool exotic. I think this is one of those exotics that you can definitely farm for over and over and over again. I'm sure there's ways to look it up on the API now. I think I might have saw Houndish already put up a video about all the different roles this bad boy can get. So I think it's really cool, actually. I like the idea of having an exotic sword in your secondary slot. It's very cool. I might have to figure out how to farm for it and get extra copies of it. It's not even in like my collections yet. It doesn't even show up. Anyways, guys, we're gonna call it here for this episode. I just wanted to do like one of the main missions of like the post-campaign story. I mean, this was probably the biggest one that they're gonna offer for this part of the campaign. Man, we've really been recording for 2 hours. This was a really long episode. Even in it of itself, I didn't realize we were going for so long. Anyways, if you guys have enjoyed the video up until this point, be sure to leave a like and be sure to subscribe. We'll be doing more Destiny content as it rolls out. I don't have much to say about the campaign quite yet. I know at the very beginning of this episode I kind of said that I was going to give my thoughts on it. And I mean, the story that they tell is very endearing, and it's very personal with everybody. It's just marred by the fact that like the launch is so bad and it exhausted so many of the player base already, and they kind of are just like drudging and kind of pulling themselves through the story content to get it done. And I kind of feel the same way a little bit. Hopefully they've figured out their server stability and that this is going to be a much more stable encounter, or I guess a much more stable environment for the raid on Friday. We'll probably do an episode on the raid. I don't think we're going to do contest mode. I already did Pantheon. I already have the Godslayer title. I don't want to do contest mode. I don't have a shot at being it on contest mode anyways. I'd rather just let everyone, you know, the raid first teams have their fun with it. You know, go through it, have their way. And then when they are, you know, when they have done the raid all together and they... what's it called? Once they've done the raid all the way through, and then we have an opportunity to actually look up and see a guide for the raid, we'll be sure to put you know, an episode of that raid on the channel when it happens. Because hell yeah, that'll be an awesome thing to do. Anyways, guys, we're gonna call it here, and we will see you guys all in the next episode.